Another left-wing Democratic president, Jimmy Carter, who weakened the military and endangered this country. And in January 1981, Ronald Reagan came into office. And what did Ronald Reagan do? He cut taxes, he lifted regulations, small businesses exploded, millions of high-paying jobs were created. That generated trillions in new government revenue. He used that money to rebuild the military, and we bankrupted the Soviet Union and won the Cold War. I intend to do the exact same thing with radical Islamic terrorism. We're going to repeal Obamacare, abolish the IRS, lift regulations. Small businesses are going to explode, millions of new jobs. It'll generate trillions in new revenue, and we will use that revenue to rebuild this military so it remains the mightiest fighting force on the face of the planet. No longer will our military be governed by political correctness. We will have a commander-in-chief who stands up and says to the world, we will destroy radical Islamic terrorism. We'll have a president willing to utter the words radical Islamic. And one of the saddest aspects of the last 7 years has been watching this president send our fighting men and women into combat with rules of engagement so strict that their arms are tied behind their back, that they cannot fight, they cannot defend themselves, they cannot defeat the enemy. That is wrong, it is shameful, and mark my words, in January 2017, it will end. America has always been reluctant to use military force. We are slow to anger. But if and when military force is needed, we should use overwhelming power, kill the enemy, and then get the heck out. So the Missouri primary is 3 days away. 3 days till election day. And where are we in this race? Well, a year ago, we started off with 17 candidates. 17 Republican candidates, a young, dynamic, diverse, talented field. What a contrast with the Democrats. Over the course of this year, we have seen that field narrow and narrow and narrow. And at this point, it is clear that there are only two candidates that have any plausible path to becoming the Republican nominee, to winning the Republican nomination: Donald Trump and myself. To win, you need 1,237 delegates. As of this morning, we had 361. Donald had 99 more than I did. Nobody else is remotely close. And so I want to take a minute, and I want to speak to people in this room. If you're among the 65 to 70% of Republicans who recognize Donald Trump is not the best candidate, to run against Hillary Clinton. That if Donald is our nominee, we lose. Hillary wallops Donald Trump. And if we lose, if Hillary becomes the president, we lose the Supreme Court for a generation. We lose the Bill of Rights. We lose our children buried in debt as opportunity is taken from them. Now, if you're one of those 65 to 70% of Republicans who recognize Donald Trump loses to Hillary, I want to say maybe you started this race supporting somebody else. Maybe you started supporting Jeb Bush or Chris Christie. Maybe you started supporting Rand Paul or Mike Huckabee or Carly Fiorina or Ben Carson. Maybe now you're thinking about supporting John Kasich or Marco Rubio. Every one of them are good, honorable, decent people. Every one of them I like and respect. But it is abundantly clear that none of them have any plausible path to beating Donald Trump. And so if you don't want to see Donald Trump as the Republican nominee, if you don't want to see Hillary Clinton elected as the next president, then I ask you, even if you were supporting somebody else, come join us. We welcome you on our team. We are the only campaign that has beaten Donald not once, not twice, not 3 times, but as of tonight with Wyoming, 9 different times. Missouri is a battleground. Right now, here in the state of Missouri, Donald Trump and I are effectively tied. We are neck and neck. This state will have a powerful voice nationwide on Tuesday.
We're with you, Ted.
Thank you. So I want to ask every one of you to come out and vote for me 10 times. Now look, we're not Democrats. I'm not suggesting voter fraud. But if every one of you here gets 9 other people to come and vote on Tuesday, you will have voted 10 times. You're not yet old enough to vote. You know, if you get 10 other people to come out and vote on Tuesday, you will have voted 10 times before you turn 18. That's how we win. Take a look around at the men and women gathered here. If everyone here gets 9 other people, the men and women in this room control over 15,000 votes. That is enough to control the outcome of the election here in the state of Missouri. If we stand together, we're going to win this nomination. We're going to beat Donald Trump. We're going to win the general election. We're going to beat Hillary Clinton. And we will turn this nation around. It took Jimmy Carter to give us Ronald Reagan. And I am convinced the most long-lasting legacy of Barack Obama is going to be a new generation of leaders in the Republican Party who stand and fight for liberty, who stand and fight for the Constitution, and who stand and fight for the Judeo-Christian values that force this great nation. Thank you.